Welcome back to DXB today, where we are talking all things culinary delights. We've been speaking to pastry chefs, food experts, and now a consultant chef. Yes, our next guest is a multi-award winning consultant chef. Please welcome to the show, Shane Macneill. Shane, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, as far as I know, and I definitely don't want to get the year wrong, you have been in the game since 1997.
97, I moved to London. So previous to that, I was working in small restaurants.
So even
growing
longer.
up. Yes.
What drew you in? Because you have to have passion to be into food.
Sure.
Where did that passion start for you?
I think, first of all, it was for me to get out of the rain, the passion to get out of the rain. I used to do a paper round when I was very young. And at the age of 15, I really wanted to start something different. And there was a job going at a restaurant overlooking the grounds of the Battle of Worcester. And I took the opportunity and started there and started washing pots and pans and earning a little bit more money than I was before. So that's where it all started, yeah.
Do you feel the role of chef has changed since then? Like up until now, anything has changed or has it been the same? Anything that evolved over the time?
I think people have, obviously the person that taught me how to cook, you know, going back to my days, I hope that I can represent him well, you know, with the way that I teach my colleagues in the kitchen. So I guess it depends on who the chef was and who they worked with in the past. You know, I'm probably already hitting almost the next generation of cooks. So yes, it has changed. I mean, there's also the assistance of AI these days with certain things, so you know, it's moving forward. I don't think I'm moving forward as fast as it's moving forward, but I think it makes a great platform for the
There's
for
almost
the
an
future
expectation
cooks.
as well for every chef to be a content creator or an influencer. Are you noticing this in the kitchens?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Everyone's filming
absolutely.
everything.
You know, I know things about some of the cooks after work that they probably shouldn't be posting, you know, so, but that's okay, as long as they're having fun outside of work, it means nothing to me. As soon as they step in the kitchen, they know what's going to happen. Yeah, and they enjoy that.
What would you say are the main differences between London and Dubai when it comes to the culinary scene in general?
I haven't been in London for a very, very long time. I left in 2001. But it's funny you should say that, because recently I was really thinking about the past and where it all started for me. And that was walking into Nobu London in '97. And getting to understand London for the very, very first time. It was very exciting, it was very new. I come from a very small town next to Wales. And you see Dubai as well with its growth in restaurants and not just that, but the different ethnic backgrounds, the people that are here. It really reminds me of what London was like in the late 90s, and I really enjoyed it, you know, and it was an opportunist city as well, you know, where you could go and you could have that dream, and if you worked hard enough and you worked smart and you made the right decisions, essentially your dream may or may not come true. But different today, probably. But when I was there, it was such a wonderful experience, you know. Yeah.
Shane, if you don't mind, I'm going to circle back to Faris talking about social media earlier on and how everybody seems to be creating content. Most of us, when we think of a chef, we think about the chefs that we see on TV, we think about the chefs that we see on social media. Looks very glamorous. And I just want to know, is it the same behind kitchen doors? What exactly is the life of a chef when those kitchen doors shut?
It's, okay, you can portray something on social media. Did you live it like that throughout the day? I think it's probably quite rare. Did you have a good time during the day? Probably. But it should be a very hard-working environment, because whatever you give, essentially, I believe you get back. I think it's very important to have social media aspect in your work ethic today. But it's glamorous. Yeah, at times, I guess, you know, there are certainly glamorous moments when people go to awards and collect something for all of the hard work that they've done. But during the day, I would say, if you're going in at 9, 10 o'clock and you're finishing around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, it's a long day, but you finish the day and you feel so happy that, you know, even if you made some mistakes, it's okay, it's okay.
I feel like when chefs talk about their job or their careers, it's a little bit like the military, like a military person is talking. How intense does it get in the kitchen, especially on busy weekends?
It has to be disciplined.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. If you're serving food at 7 o'clock, if you open at 12 and close at 12, as we do currently, the person that comes at 12 at lunchtime should also be eating the same food at midnight, you know, when they arrive. There's no reason why they should be eating anything lesser than the person that came during the afternoon or early evening. And this is this kind of discipline is very, very important for that. We all get tired, it's okay, but it would be a shame to upset someone's dinner just because you're tired, you know. Okay, there's somebody else there that will, you know, do it. They will carry it through and they will make it happen. It's taken me about 10 years to get to where I am with my brigade, and they're 40 cooks in the kitchen. So
I wanted to ask you about the advice that you have for like someone that's starting in the kitchen or wanting to be a chef. What would you tell them to help them with their journey? Because a lot of people think, oh, you know what, like you said, in social media, it's glamorous, it's nice. They don't see the other side. So what advice would you give?
I would say start with discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline yourself. It starts with you. It starts with waking up in the morning and saying, I'm ready for this, I made some errors yesterday. Moving forward throughout the day, you know, you're going to learn so much, but discipline is something that's very, very important for all people. And then everything else will come. I mean, every day is so different. It's incredible. I mean, I even can think about restaurants that I used to work in London, in France, in Italy, in all over the world, in Greece, US, and I remember those moments, and it was always about what you put in. Whatever you put in, you really get back. You know, people see it happening. Although you might not see it, your own personal development, there's always someone there watching. If they're a good chef and they care about you, you know.
They would have an eye on you.
Yeah, so they're going to help with your development. It's not, you're never going to be alone.
True.
You know? I think about my cooks in the kitchen, and I really want them to be better than me. That's where I want to be, you know. I want them to excel more than I did, so yeah.
Before we say goodbye to you, I do want to ask, I mean, been in the game for, I want to say, over 3 decades. What's the future for you, and what do you think the future is for Dubai when it comes to culinary arts?
Okay, first of all, Dubai has emerged very, very well, very beautifully. It's now flourishing, I think, with regards to its food and beverage scene. There's definitely space for more. From my side of things, I'm going to continue consulting. I've only been doing it for 1.5 years. I don't know whether it's me yet. I've always been 6 days on the pass, you know, kind of cracking the whip and military style, so I don't know, but eventually I want to open my own restaurant. It should be every chef's dream anyway. It doesn't matter how big it is. It's a representation of what you've done and what you've learned. So that's where I am right now.
Well, Shane, it's been a pleasure having you on. We hope to see you on the show again. And Dan, it's been a pleasure having you again, and we hope to see you
always a joy.
even more times, especially throughout this season. Thank you so much for being on DXB today.